It is a delay no. Se we pena hoto dia ene ewom se me maame no wa jam okọ na so sanction ne de adare so enti se wo pena hoto dia ye de empene bone omra abusuafie abusuapanni wo ho na won fa dwato amra odi dwato ba dia ye kura nye ye pana cha so won fa dwato amra ye empana cha so dile no won fa dwato amra o pena hoto dia ene wono a won tutu nanan ana won koda nwene ho se say na adam so enti anamo be ne metuo ye kura ye nsere ne dwato a aha enti se opena hoto dia won pini na chi no won kwadwene no wamra oba dia yesoso ye nini ni asem ye be ta na chi abom paipa adia.
Okay, Echefo, so mami akua donko ne ma na oti se wo mo kasa no NDA media for adarma na omne ebusuan twetwe nkomo ene wo mo de sansemi edi tudwa ye ba be kwa homa no so na yakwa akodi nkomo ba before e be kwa homa no so no Echefo mesremu a eni die mu a ebi asem no onhwe da nkaya yentie bra ensentweni ba konso bo eto kire eye mami akua donko bra no oti ase e wo sasem ya ene aba be yenkomodie
acheme interview na chapa omwasa ko faba e pa cho fa chere man yes e pa cho mebusem chapter say
mebusem transia ntia
okwadofo
ko tete ante na kwai
na hunyansa
wo kaya ense wo ti ko wani mu a o yanko ko kan kire se oba ya wo ku na wo se wo ku e kire yanko ko se wo fa ntia wo da na wo mu mpata kura ma na ma wo dua e de wo fa ntia e de da ho no kaya no was it any da ho money
no yeah
enti brebi atwemu na iraba delay woni mami akua donko interview no mu no ensem apie no anye mami de ma no wose wonfa nche no mo buru ni nua na we kura sa nua no be yemfie be yedu ni ekiri no de ko no nsam ekiri de ko asamado na ebusua se ewo mu se mami akua donko we free mu enso asem bia wo kan ye bia no eda so eda ho a ejinemu onyemu ena ode ko eya asamado yi enti se delay na pe na hotode a opena sumdue a ene ekise wo ba ebusua na ase na wo be pacho Bishop Kwabena Asiamah dodo na anim Ajagoraja ne frɛ no fan of Ajagoraja movement Bishop yada ase mo akwa baba entertainment review so wetie ani ebusua ekuadonko ne main nsɛm a wo mo enso adi atodwa yesanso boy ne ba ekuadonko na ankasa no ɔte ase sɛ wonya asɛm no edi be mfie be du ne ekire nso still a woda so kurem won fan che no enne wokoye ebusua sɛ yes sanction no asɛm bia wokan bia no ye adwuma yedi kan wotie ebusua yi den abeka wo ho edi ahyase dia ma yenkomo
Bagansa bashase mama kuya mama kuya donko na busua fo yako sabija na hradie na me pasanta na mashame nkoma ase na me pese me ma one example na amadi wo tie ni no sabi previous wo ni na nadi wo fie ana wo ni papa bia wa yi ni wo fie a wo tie e kai amra na me papa me ni papa wo kuma ase no kai me bia papa ka kire me se kotokofo team aye ne boni na o ma kotokofo ni tapu bi African Cup kotokofo team de no ko Egypt eko share one day bi so be kaya African Cup bi kotokofo wi ni ye e papa no mo ne ko e sunsun ade mo mo wi ni cup no papa be na ko bankro no be de go na me kan wazo ana mo wi ni cup no o mi ta kotokofo de ma no o men so ya papa SK Boafo e witness I can't tell minister you witness to asema making I man papa bo kotokofo bia say kotokofo wi cup da omu wi Africa Cup da kopu so be wo kura still omu wi out to get bia boni yetma eti say yema ba delay say a young man you could have done Kasa mention, Obani Fani Yabro, no Kasa or Christ. Because okay in time, Proverbs 6, the Patrick in time, Mebusem, a train, Yimu, Dunsia, what I didn't see at the time, and the Toson Sug and a crutch one day, and me a Tranton. You have what I hear.
Me too.
Now, what I do with tree, I'm this way, any crutch one day. And I treat by one time and see what is that. And the end of the bar was see, I didn't see them at the time. I get talking to one day. Number one, and me are a trampon, you can't get near traveling to one, will be armed for a deep blue arm. It is Sabia Cronto. Some America don't go where new, only new. I deal with spiritualism. Spirituality will tell you. Never ever hurt somebody who has not hurt you. And you will get 1 year of bonnie. It tells them things more before. You about the wood, Jimmy.
Me too, Pa.
The idea of you and Mandaruma, I can video you about the India. The man make a book in nearby delay at the more. And a delay reply now. And the problem be anyone. But this is a situation whereby should be a blue. Said your conto, we did you not share them in you, but did you not share no? In your bad later, say, can't afford one for them. Or see, there been more them. We are short of more them. Or so the little what you have here. I don't know what you say, oh, wonder. Number 2, not bear my papa and worry that. If you have a delay, man, take it and go focus on you, and Juma, what can I say your poor bobo? But you didn't have to move. Na mo do ka se na ni kene no ore no ni wa asem people no say more fire and go be a otinifie the problem dey be done so it is your boy adwuma and your boy bia ni ko siamo fom na mi bi ka se ne ba so ni ni da akwa ni so no we na na papa ware na we ni da and now ba ni ye mama me na ko na obo bia sa da akwa na mpa bobo Regana for one more kind of senior and yes, what they come, yes, Sabia conto, if I kind that Yamano, if you used to go and say, if the man used to numb for us, Peter Cato, yes, someone, I didn't want anything. If he said, as someone said, I'm going to focus on the full of Granum, who will have Grawo. You know, so I look at that. Yes, I'm going to get more. Says what simple. One can say, oh, one can say, on Yari, was see what would that mean for them? Who would you come? But the woman would that, as the analysis will do, only have been my papa will want to move that. That's a woman. If you go on with me, no matter who wants to listen to me, one people to myself, one person I don't come in and to. You will conform to and I do come on to try you some bunion, a friend of Foka the Python, and this is a car one of my yet many pennies. This will be a few. Sabia Blue, Sabia Cronto, you do just into my own son of a being Yango. Now, Bokuya, then you have the delay, and your she, by the top of the realized by you, baby. I said, you know, anywhere, and the Ruby, the Papa Jacob, with the name of the so let me get that. It's my blue. What is the day you know me if you will be so? The second of 4, other woman, Sabia Cronto, one will be a meeting. Baby, my name of Bobudia, baby, the Papa Castle, can I say that for years, Juma? I shall say, look at any Juma. I shall say, look at any Juma, you say, never bold baby. Then one or cast over bread, the Papa the wood baby, or can many with over bread, who need that. And Grandma Castle will be bringing the Omobre. Young Foka said, Union Yakupu, Union Ampara, Union Yakupu, Ampara, it's a new war, Jabo. It is second of from out that woman. The young man, and I am nearby delay 8 years. Send me a booming fast on money. But don't get the real face in front of you with that. Say, I don't want to patch a war. for the Muko Jago for to be done no me. Done no me, the one because my American was my body and I want some apple. What is the Muyao? A Samado. David said about Solomon was so kind Bonia drop with the enemy. So kind Bonia drop with the enemy. Mr. First Kings, chapter 2, verse 6. Was one kind of kind Bonia drop with the enemy. So come with the Buya and Mara as you. The man for the 3 months and Qua Samado. I said, David said, but Solomon's own good job and part Solomon could drop, but my other children and Qua Samado. It was so. I have myself to phone a car. It was all that channel, but I was for the cassette. All 5 gems from a patrol. It's about it's throw. So we see here. And if you patrol and say, yeah, so yeah,
okay, so me sure say yemo a wo muti esabre a wo mu free say enya hwe wo kirekire mi is it not the case wo mo so mo hu dia na be ma say obi di na no ka se oki wunya be ma papa nwade wo nwoda
2 years ago I think we have a cover on social media me some 2 years ago me live in Facebook like 2 years ago which is 2022 me live na abeme bi di matam e wo so di matam wo from catch me je bufo catch say enjuo enkuno me kan se keke am free it's enjuo but then you see some soft card bomb abom any be buso me ana ka na buso for friend so wo mo ba ni shop na ku wo mo ko le tire no ya se abome no ana akora na wu no so me kai o mi ni di agro but me down na Jesus so so from me na this for me check na me ba bo na me bi ma no say enso ku no dia so se ni ma ni kwa don kokoro we ni fi ko de bo bia bi ye wa hu abo ni ko no onya aduma bi anye onya aduma bi anye no libya se to ru bo ni ko no we and from wandering spirit no ya from wandering spirit o ni aduma bi edi eti diabo ko go fo boy e bo ko tan to na ku ni pa ko mu na spirit na ku ba ti di anto na de ni ko ma anto ba te nya anto de ku no eti bible say show no ka say yi ni ja e ni pa ka trema so eti de ma ni ku don ko ka sa ne e ku de hu fire bi bi be ma so abram kwa enye ma ni ku don ko po de do me ye aya na ye do na bi bi na so do
na o ka say mu kan bibi about say won fa ne hu nkoja ade yi ebusua se won mra no me pacho na o ka ne say no
wo ko fo du wo bi do me so me enye na ka be ma so ba ku me buni kwase afa so wa body dia nka no ado so they will go for they are new to Texas. The football they are new to Texas. And it's Israel for to be more Israel going in India. Bible says they are new to Texas. The Bible catches Abraham said on Israel, you're better to know me, Madomino. What can Abraham do? That's when you will see what can I do, what can you do to know Grandma Domino. It is no go football woman who get a bomb in the mind. What if I go in here and you have to say, what do you go for man because we are going to win. There be many in work. I have read no woman in who maybe about Gagana from up in the Jabba. And then we delay for the song will be a talent here, Obiano. But when you get talent, no, I won't quite happy that. Oh, for the with that. And now say, Uncle Position.
Okay. Yebeda si wie nyame sure ne obre wadaje ni chichi mu so awdiama nyame sure. All right, that's Bishop Kwabena Asiamah Ajaguraja, founder of Ajaguraja movement ewie na wote ni studio no ham say kojoki na atena say winni bo mental atena say sansuna ye secret afa atena say
what was within
me de amabons
what was saying
me tosumienu
eye ma me kredon ko ne ba tosumienu ye maami amabons ne di nkomi sempe bi so wo se wo kasa na amafo bi kwa sha se mo di ne wo fewa ase wo wo ba no de na ya na wo filifa
me de ya na ya me ya ababa bi a friend delay odidi me maami atam eya me kra ye me ka kire me maami sa me ntia ase o ka kire me se mama nka ne hwe me nya mama friend kura mama nka no hwe wo sra me mentwa so onim se de mesitie me ma me wo ka ne kore
eti eba se eso maame abo ababa woni dua se wonwo onya kunu no ene ba amanfo se wanane na okoi se na so ka
wadi dua to ba abusua panyi no onim dua ba ye a ne ho beto no wo tiri tutu ne nan aba adreti afikasiem ampanyin fie aba di dua to ba abusua panyi no ho wonim dua ba ye obia ne ninu akasa oni ninu abekasa ama bibia ye boko ti wantumi atutu ne na madia anya dia abusua ne kra aribacha no anasa me ma me ribacha no
Uji se ogu maame no wani mas.
Wa gumi maame wo fi. Delay wa gumi maame wo fi pa opanyini. Aye ma bra hoye. Mi suye. Mi suye. O kwata fo bontene so na sa asem ye me tie no. Mi su mo nipa betwa mo si ai. E maame wo mo. Owo ntia. Owo ma ne so ni ba. Owo ma. Owo.
Chine sabaa na ehwe wa na se maame ewuye.
Me tell delay pa yin wo hwame a wo hwame
de na ka kire no
wo gumi maame wo finti so na pacha wa ye be say gu say wo fikasiem atia no wo no ka ho na me maame awuo delay wo ka ho na me maame awuo wo gumi maame wo fin me maame onya bodanfo me me bodanfo na me maame akoya bodanfo me che delay pa nyini me che delay pa nyini mesini ni bebre nya delay nya ni yanko kura na me maame me kura me maame no a me toso mienu no anya ni yanko ne me ye mi chance
Peace FM entertainment reviews no aso go akasma be radio no enso na no na abo so yemra na enkomwe mesasafo microphone na mintio ebuhyen akasa ajagura janso aba be kasa ewo sa enkomwe ni a wo de beboa
kuzi se obia wosani a oti bibia ase efa ene obia wosani a bibi ehana or react to but me hu ye be wiase ya ma emmanuel bi amfa free be bia mase we ene ye ne se no obi yese sene a ye ba no ene nimdi a ye nyaaye from experience ne niema ye hia any nimdia ya akwa no and no ni me react to enema bi se ne one I don't believe personally there is a manual that be bia se ne no obekọ jurisdiction bi enema bi wo ha e wo se ne omo no another jurisdiction so no based on their experience and their knowledge e wo se ne omo enema bi nti ni obi e kan bia me feel say is based on or no personal experience and the knowledge ebia memedie nuru ho nti senya me hu no is based on the limitation I have of the knowledge I have nti memedie metie omo ma lady now okasa no or no can based on the knowledge ni belief and any understanding of the whole thing. Thank you.
Whitney bremu na mintio ewo ye nkomoyi ni abetimi di aboa
question Pacho before maybe muno I need a little clarification. Last person or Kasai, and this was after Nemami, right?
Yeah, after yes. Saka say you know ni wechiri enomo this asemedi tuja.
Okay. I am surprised say Ubia she's in mourning a hyper Isa. But on the other hand, no.
No, I can't repeat saying.
Hyper, you can't say. Why you hija, sir? See, today I said it. But Kwesi, for me, no, or can be in the interview, I think that it is not right. Say delay kahona nema mi wuno and hono. I think say. Whomever was no interview no anke hono as I say o sign because I don't think say the BBS say or kankra ne mame edanichi reports have come in on one no more granted say interview no say omo de no call in some government hospital and everything that BBS say ye man biano ye man and or nipa no interview na can say go wo ejia bibi eni ho a obeye because omo ye bibia enti sisiano say ye dey blame ne better delay so there no also no I think say this interview adie ye nya opportunity ne ye kan and I'm glad say Ajagwaja kasa no o kan say delay and can say wabodam but o can say this is the perception people have of you.
She said it. Okay.
Yeah.
Baby onuni
but
she said it to her directly so about them.
Per asem no okaye no trying to seek clarification on nyama no ede na ankoye ne de me no ene ekwadonkwa adani nechi but I am surprised say after 10 years the way Anna she was vocal no one kada in any space say this interview didn't go right for her but she has every right and so to feel the way she does.
There are a number of
me say after 10 years. So I say 10 years ago.
No, I'm saying say after interview no okasa hu bebre about how I call ya nani anje ho.
Even after you discuss yeah.
Okasa hu bebre so many times. But near a buy no so person no chim say even after 10 years still lie na
okay. Enti after 10 years no I am surprised say there hasn't been any mediation. If truly, because me until Okan after 10 years, no, I hadn't heard the different interviews. Say, Mamia compare what you are saying. First time I met her was when she said the 10 years later. But say waka on several interviews, any occasion say, Asemia yeneya. I am surprised and call for do corner a bisana because one notice here, interview pattern sometimes one way nipa baako hit jackpot with a certain questioner and no na the next 20 interviews obi bisa enti I am surprised and kwafo na bisa over the years it never occurred to almost say obi be bisa so enti would you want us to intervene na anka ye need delay and kasa non power cho prior to this unfortunate thing happening. And I'm also surprised.
What's the media saying? You see, can me BBO?
No question.
Nyabutre. So say bia na yes what can be bia for me home.
Yeah.
Let me near na me nam na de bia me can so near Whitney kan no. Me assure say once we do wasum wate. Say odi unu unim say obetu ho anamon say.
Let's assume say maintain.
Let's assume. It's not let's assume. I'm saying nyabutre. It's not let's assume. This is on the internet, but if you still want to roll on the part of assumption, that's fine.
Kwesi, let say, like you said, Makan Bibia Fahu. Why your first interview? Why your second interview? Why your third interview? Kwesi, knowing you and how you run interviews, you say this has even nothing to do with us. I am sure, sir, by the time I saw interview, and I'm sure, sir, if you had the opportunity to do a one-on-one with the late Ekuyadonko, you would have asked this question. Inti obe per se. Mekase me afraid delay number poucha or may bibisa. You would have done that. So I am surprised at no point in time
but
with everybody asking the question.
I am saying say no so person dey no so am for na that's fine. Me my interview hanum. Anko ya ma ebinum. Ma fe chire me ne o makasa e bia chopa kra say me pan so ki was anko yi. We do those things. So I'm saying say wo na why ade. Enya about we are having conversations so no issue about can you land
so but I am saying say I also think say in Kofono mo interview ni bebrebe per what she has said over and over and over and over. You could do 10 years I also think say the people didn't do right by her by also not because Delay is a media person and the people interviewing her almost were media space and something like this should have even happened se nipa na swaye ding say asemi on ka ho asem on say onim say wafno maame na ana omo over the past 10 years omo bisa ho nsem ne nso no omo nso amo bia chim say they would do this but at the end of the day Kwesi, I don't think say it may be late say nipa na ofum no the nipa ni ho a obete say wenu ho. But the tangent in so the family is taking asisia and betray dwan kohun way and do this I think say and also at this moment it's not what is needed for them. O mami ato ho a enye nyo or can asem 10 years is the immediate thing. I find it a bit as they are on simple asem kesian to wom when mum ena omo dwen ho. Whatever it is, delay at this point, I am very sure. So unim say mami eku adonkwewu. At this point, I know say unim say asemo kan na mami na ka ho asema 10 years, and I know say what needs to be done will be done. But eku adonkonkro for nenso no omuntone ne kakra.
Okay, kojo mami ntio.
Say interview oh boy 10 years ago, but social media acquire archives in TVBia BCBA connected to issue be a naman for a page jaba and a bar unya busama amina. One message has been constant say sa asem no kaye enam interview no say no fairly and intino enya dia de be channel. I just say, or a panic chosa message in the I am very consistent with a mammy, a queer donko. Every time you will be able to be about delay. No, Osha interview now, yes. Wow, Osha interview now, say delay now or a bit abusive on the interview. I know the wow, she be an who say no, how or conducting the interview. No, now no shikakra. Entry ye amaya mamma and nam questions be nin simbi a no can cause my many can at a point say me and what me to me baby no afraid me interview me ama Tommy Fu go me come back na o kase say na man for say what bodam no na wa afraid me na ba interview no me no me no wa na bodam enti interview ne de sebe entry and akoye guest any host as you rightly said say edumre bia utimi ye interview na wa o hwe o san ko play ni back a utimi se ba bi den nsem bi a o kan ye no anko yi na wa hwe kwan a we fa so a o de eba be siesie enipa no entem na ba bi a ne minima no se ne anema oni omo ne ma no ye interview ye amabonsu ba da mama bonsu o kan se ade ne ye ne ya that energy na sorry sisia no na mbusa se after interview no I'm on my me da maybe I'm what to me about bontia be register mo displeasure about delay emra na ne ma me tiase na minimum dia but me who say omo to anamo say bia ye ma me aba ye interview na de a wo ye no ye ni anje ho eti no bia e cheopa bi wo ho no ma bra na ye ma me no etiase me who say bibi sa ye de esi ye emra na ma me ne etiase no
say ochire mo say bam sa asem ni siye no o ye say obefre na na ma me say da bi mo frɛ no ntie bam so no ane ne bedili
o say won da mo nka yes because ma me nim sɛnea adwuma na wo ye no etie onim sɛ obi a wo media nani no ensɛm bi wo hɔ ani pa ka fa ho ye nyina etete hai wo sa wo ti wo nkrofo bebre timi ka nsɛm ɛfa ho o ma me ana wabusuafo bi tie betimi ayɛ ya enu ti wo a wo ti wadwuma se no no aka nsa adwobrɛ ma munni akiri esan se ensem bi se no na eka yadwuma na ye hom na me questions a me busa ne se ne omo ka sisi a na se delay ba ebe pa mo cho yes eno me ensem ye adwuma asem bi ebe ka ato so se ewo nyina so a etumi nya nsusuanso ewo wabrabo so omo ye sure se asam omo ma me kan no enya nsusuanso bi wo delay so enu nti no mpese oba be patch wona na eye question am busa say oma hu biebi say asam ni gina ho na enya nsusuanso e wo delay so enu nti no mpese delay ba be hu abusuafo no e be kan na because e bia na delay so wo okwan a ofa so a ono so de bo ne ho ban owo e bia honhum ni pa ono so ɔne ɔmo kasa bi a asɛm yi 10 years ago anaasɛ ɛbɛyɛ asɛm kɛseɛ a Ghana ha na obi ɛka no ebi kura ɔno nso afrɛfrɛ ne nkurɔfoɔ bi a ɔmo wɔ nim honhom mu nsɛm aka sɛ bi a sei na asi na sɛn na teɛ nneɛma ɛsɛ sɛ ɔno nso yɛfa ho no ɔbɛyɛ ɛsiane sɛ mo kasa ɔmmra mo hɔ no ɔma mɛka are you certain say curse no ɛyɛ adwuma wɔ ne so anaasɛ delay nso te wɔ no sɛ adeɛ no bi anya nsusuaso wɔ ne so a na nea ho behia sɛ ɔbɛkɔ abusuafoɔ no ayɛ de akɔ kyɛw na nea ɔmo wɔ ɔmo bɛyɛ ma no because ɔkaa sɛ ɔmo wɔ abusuapani wɔ fie ɔmo bɛgu nsa anyɛ saa ɔmo bɛsan akɔgu nsa biem wɔ hɔ ɛdeɛ atua nika and baabi a me nso ɛha me kakra yɛ sɛ ɔkaa sɛ ni ɔmo maame wuo no delay ɛka ho bi no ɛhɔ no ɛno nso ɛyɛ me na kakra ɛsan sɛ ebi abusua no ɔmo na ɔmo bɛn ɔmo maame ebi a maame na ka biribi about sɛ interview yi ɛde amaneɛ brɛ me ana ɔdwendwen ho ɛno ti na ebi ɔmo nso mo nyina so a ɔmo de kasa na ba ne nyinaa mu no akɔyɛ nipa ho adwuma no I think sɛ delay nso etu saa na mo na ɛnsɛ bibia ɛsan sɛ ɔno ɔbɛdi ne ho no kora ɔbi ɔhwɛ interview no bi ɔbɛhu sɛ kwan bi so no ebi a wantumi ane maame na nkasa yi eti after 10 years na ebi wantumi mfrɛ maame no obi kora send me message sɛ ɔkɔ Mark Brown show so ma ɔka sɛ ɔne ne ni asɛm bi a na ɔbɛtumi ɔfrɛ na ɔne ne bɛkasa eti sɛ ɔno nso ntumi ntu saa na mo no after maame na ka no time again I think sɛ one friend so be good and send a man for to call me friend so mommy asama ameka man kan ye na nka etru akotire ba bieda but for them so more friends so more fie ni de e bia no no a okwan bia obefa so dia asolve issue
but as Kojokin and also or the kakra dia boy etifo yada so go so entertainment review and ya woda October ne de to so te say ne etwa to kra eni na me ba ne akwa ni mi akwa ma no so akwa akodi nkomo enra vice president Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na in fact it was more like a buying penny for no I was the minister of tourism, art and culture was there, a lot of penny for and so I was Jumedi when I make one seven no Obeka me dey din komo bi ohanum say my baba yen sembe bre efa streaming platform bi adwumeku bi e frɛ no Ghana Music Experience GMX omo yeso mba beda nedi enkane se na nkomo no yenti ase bebi ekogina na akwa se ya ade a aban MPP aban vice president womo ka se aban be streaming platform ama music industry no eno nkomo but the kowi echi na akwa se private initiative but enra vice president echo edumedi ase womo epa hontuma
Stay tuned. Best radio. News on your number one station.
It's the weekend.
So ya kwa manu so ne akwa akodi nkomo. Ora your friend Solomon appear sign or a software engineer. Na vice president a passage me dear home to me and ra. Solomon appear sign asema what can I say? Idea ya vice president apa home to my GMX for platform streaming platform. What's a platform no? It lacks basic security features. So ye call appear sign honum say na ni din komo. In fact, was here the cry a scam. I don't know what he means by that. Maybe you know between cheche mu. Appear sign that say mo akwa baba entertainment review so.
My boss.
Ebi aboko there.
But what you mean?
Yeah, me too kapa say una minim say bia also temi kan dia.
Yeah, me too kan.
Right. So GMX platform omo apa hontuma. In some bia wo kan say it lacks basic security features. In fact, it's a scam ni the car ho nyina. Ni edi kan minim say dwumedi no na wa se bi is it the case say we hu platform no enu ntina ma wa kan ya okay. What do you mean by say it lacks basic security features? What do you mean by say o say a scam ni the car ho?
Paucho, I say mean me see sound you will say home from maybe. So I can't hear you right now.
Okay, just give me a second. Miss I'm from back. Yes, yeah, it's for yeah. Bombardiani affair. Yes, Solomon appear sign back now. Yet me and you know, also want to encourage ye ni komo na and seven because here and in some year okay na want me and church I say ye na ye na enti here appear out to me can.
Yeah, better.
Okay, so near okay about GMS streaming platform here. Abaya done a Diana fancy GMX Jumikuya done a Diana vice president was here. So say it lacks basic security features. In fact, we say if it's a scam. Diana episode share with all this are okay.
Okay. Mitia what if for any opening for you first thing is this is not to tarnish anyone's image, but to get us to do the rightness, specifically doing things that suit the industry's standard. And streaming platform, on my idea with the attempt. This is not the first time in the world we are doing this. So I expect we look at what already works well, not to do the same thing, but to at least hit the mark or do it better. That is what I'm expecting. And yeah, na me honum. Me no can say me wo Kumasi year 1 or 2 things. I left Enrana, so I wasn't able to come. But me wo and I got calls from Accra said me hunia or my lunch na. So I got a link. I went on to both Play Store and the App Store to go check it out. And my installing. And some of the things are small and yet BBSA, so those things can slide. And those things are basically consistency in the views, how things are looking on Apple and how things are looking on Android. So I don't know, can't want to but you want the experience to be the same. So that if I have an Android device today and I switch to iOS, it's normal. But my core concern here security and also authentication or authorization. Now, first, I'll explain what authentication means, then Namedia Abania mechanism. So we've used various platforms that they've asked you to log in or put in your phone number, your email, create a password. They will send you verification links to ensure, say, one, email now, say, phone number now, UDI registration. And you're correct, any Juma essence here that. Then let's pay attention to this. I can put in, as an engineer, I know what validation looks like. And when I mean validation, who the data to any platform, it is first expected, it's a requirement, and yet by force to do it. Otherwise, if we are doing proper assessment of security, penetration testing, vulnerability assessment, we can tell who platform where you are hacking using XYZ or using this approach. So, idea you can't do what you like. Let's note, we are not building this platform to use it by ourselves as engineers, but we are throwing it out to the innocent public now. Now, if I will log in to this platform or create an account, and the email I put in and you're correct, and I'm able to enter. Not me call honoma. Idea ya authenticating me. Usually, no shouldn't just be able to go back onto the authentication page and come back into the app. I say, nothing is really happening. Nothing is checking who am I and what I'm doing on the platform. I can do whatever I like. Let me go out. Now, I can say, me start register with the same email. Now, I start go through. Now, I start by platform. Now, I start P. Now, I start your view. Now, I start back. Now, I P. Then, in your app where, honestly, I have not seen some of these things happening in the last 10 years. I missed that year, some of these things. So authentication means you want to be sure, say, let me see your friend appear sign. Now, let me email you, example, a@peacefmonline.com. That a@peacefmonline.com, one, a correct email, which should suit the standard structure of an email address. That is validation. Then, who created account in you want to make sure say mankofa obi keke email. I'm the share honum. I'm register for someone who doesn't even want to use the service. You will start sending the person emails and finding whom the person is not interested, or even spam. So if I put in an email, you are expected to verify, say, this email one, validation state is correct, but is appear sign or Makosia about the right owner of this email. That is why they send you code. No matter sending what code be, and they ask you to enter the code, or they send you a link and ask you to click the link. I didn't receive any of this, and even the email I entered was wrong. It wasn't even correct, and I've recorded the session. So if Obia Felice, I'm just tarnishing the image of this platform, I can send it over for them to see that I have really tried it. And as my job, this is what we do to see, say, Nyama shoots the right ways that I was say, So if even a wrong email can enter the platform, that is one. There's no verification. Two, and I can come back and enter without authenticating myself properly. What are we secure? Then there's this part of the process that says there, the data there is for test, and it will go off and all of that, and whatever it is. I thought, say, launch here, we've done all of the tests, and we feel, say, it is ready for us to jump on. And considering the fact that we have giants like Spotify, again, giants like Spotify, with 100 millions of subscribers. We have Deezer, we have Boomplay, Audio Mac. All of these guys are, whether we like it or not, even YouTube, whether we like it or not, we are going to compete against them. At least, BB are very, very, very close to what they do. I'm not saying we should bring in foreign content, but the experience should be top-notch, because they set the pace already, and we are expected to learn and build upon that, but not to come with a platform. Basic email validation doesn't even work.
I see.
I'm highly disappointed, unfortunately.
I see.
I'm feeling very bad right now, because if I even send this to colleagues outside Ghana, so we also have a platform. It does close to what the giants can do, and they come back and say, now, did you test this? And they start pointing out some of these things now, some way. This is so unacceptable. There's no explanation to this. I don't know what they are going to say, but it's a not at all. People I have trained in this business will not build a platform like this and not do email validation.
Wow.
And you're too basic to let it slide. And yeah, crack. I'm very, very sad right now.
Funny how see express your feeling there as idea no yeah.
Oh, my boss, hear me out. I don't know how to put it, but at least say email no put it wrong. The system should be able to tell you say structure now there are two. It doesn't even match. So my minimal example. This is how emails are structured. There's usually a username, then an @ sign, then a domain or a subdomain name, which is what you see as Gmail, Yahoo Mail, or iMail, Yahoo, Hotmail, and it can even be a company's domain like PSFM Online. Then there's a dot, which follows by another text, which we call the extension. So say, BB are very, very local and tailored to a specific geographical location like Ghana. You can do .com.gh, .edu.gh, and stuff like that. BB in SCR, .co.za, or Kenya.ke, or I think Canada.ca. .com here global obia to me borrow. But if you are doing specific extensions that are tied to a country, you have to prove that really you have license to operate there. And on that change. Now the basic structure means there should be a username which can be a peer sign. Then it's followed by an @ which is that in a circle. Then the domain that email belongs to, which can be gmail.com or PSFM online. Then the extension, which can be .com, whatever extension. Now, I use an email that doesn't even have the features I'm can. Extension in can go through, and I was able to get onto the platform. So, American be more senior.
A bit worrying for me. He said, Apia, this is Obi investment. This is someone's business. I'm sure Senipano invest here a lot in it. Sika kum, Brenya Daji, Ejuma Wamaye. And the way I all canon, I'm sure so be a would say, Befri say yes, Obi business. Then bringing it down, I be I say Obi Ejuma in the account. From the way are you? So, can we try say yes? A background to say yes. What you're saying is because the way you are describing it.
My boss, my no, Miss Slow, the power chopper, listeners are listening. Now, say me, still be Juma, me, many day. Digest. Me didn't appear sign. They can Google it and see what they see. Me, like me, yeah, we are then, not my But this is not the first time I made our platform, so I'm sharing my views on products like this and also industry knowledge on software engineering and products that go a long way to affect content owners and news data and all of that. So, where the church will know, so this is not the first time I'm even talking about this platform. I can't want to say that. I'm a catcher, me say, I say, me rashi, me into me boo, me hungry and all of that. So, say, no app, they've released it. I'm on 40, me boss on to me. I know, say, who or for studio. They should just get the app, go to the sign up page, enter email to see it will enter the platform. They should tap back. It will bring them back onto the sign up page. Usually say sign up in Juma. It should even tell me say email now the year no. Obi after that. Obi sign code inside you. You can come back 1,000 times and go back again. Say email in your correct, you won't do any validation or verification. If you go through. Say structure in your writer. So I'm not saying say me na my magic be na me who. I'm just saying everyone who feels say I'm killing someone's business should go and try this and see.
Okay, so breaking it down, Kakrama, yeah, the technicalities of this whole thing about validation, authentication, email, okay. Call platforms, streaming platforms, ABPC, Ghana, Yom. Or how, if I get in, for instance, with my email, correct even email, and it's because ABLC security, basic security features, or how are they be say?
Okay, so one thing is there's a data protection agency or Ghana.
Sure. And we have an act. Yes, Ubia would you be a data so yes. Protect here.
Exactly. So some of the processes now go through. Sometimes it's just for us to comply and abide by some of these rules near the home. So I'm saying your friend is himself with email here a@b.com. Now me per se me got test platform BNT. Now me decide email now register. There's no verification to check say email near media. No more finance, no more starting any campaigns. If you didn't sign up for that service, how would you feel? So,
oh yes, of course I feel bad because some means signing. Maybe some who say na me idea mean platform mean signing.
Yes. So it is required. Say you can't just take what users submit to you as correct and perfect and proceed with that. You don't do that. So say any panel submitted here. One so obey your validation. Who authenticate any panel you who register in here. Obey sign your verification to confirm say ampa email way Diana. Yeah, let's even use WhatsApp. I think most of us with smartphones will have WhatsApp or some of these social media platform, messaging platforms on our phone.
Yeah.
If you're in America, software engineering and you're gonna have a free SRT, so we are learning from somewhere. So if there are systems coming from there and there are standards being inflicted on us to follow, yeah, share no name fan cancel. Why download WhatsApp? Who do you phone number and share her number? It doesn't just open and allow you to start using it. And yes, God needs to because it means I can just pick your phone number because I know it and use. But it will send a verification code to that number to confirm, say, I go share about it. Who see, who can tell person using WhatsApp now? Say, what? Code way, a share, now, a share, now, registration now. That is all I'm saying.
And she says, I
can put in any email and I'll register. And I can come back and use the email multiple times and I'll still register, which shouldn't be possible.
Okay. Jinasu kakrama mina Akisi Arthur, marketing manager ma GMX na minji ebia nchichi munsemi bia dia tudwe ebi obetimi aboa ne etimi ati asenti sign patcho Jinasu kakrama mi Akisi otimi nka me mo akwa baba entertainment review so
pastor metonka ni chetia mone mo yeshie poni na enkomo no mansini na for my beginning no but metia say ya ye ka say so we log on na system no authenticate email sene ya build the system ni say yen sene ya asase ya kan say ye local yes ye Ghana was yes ye market ase ye nim say Ghana ha say obia wo phone number but you obia no what email into your mom what phone numbers no into nim say one log in it here the best me the phone number are authenticated will login details so it's only I into you see emails all the time into me check what about who are a little better the asofo ama yasia say na technology kasa no so abewi into Peter Menko.
Good afternoon,
Peter, before I share Yakasano, so my main work a has said, your name appear science software engineer. Nasim said, what platform no so platform no Bonibeka it lacks basic security features. So in Chemni be or dear mind said, Otimi, so to me, you should be email into no use email the call. In fact, email no crow you know a wrong email. Yes, still system no man a crime to me a remu. Now there's another security issue so I raise say. Me kwesi abwaje bia meti hey. Me nye se mpese bia me ko GMS streaming platform so obi ni me email address so timi fa no the call. The system does not authenticate. Emma me kra me who say okay. Obi person use me email and obi use me email crash or the GMS streaming platform so all those things are not there. Yan share nim say Ghana has saying yewo emra wa hanum say in fact data protection act no yewo institutional boy ho ban efa ojiji ana oju obia data niam be say say your kwan fa so ye no emra kwan mu enti se sana tia dia na che mu hayen ana mu nimra no so ewo kwan bi so dia na wo ka wo ho.
Okay, that question my have been here for. The kind authenticating one now all kind. First of all, your phone number and an email as we say the standard signing. But because of yourself or my say a new BBR and the email. You know, yet the amodini na ako phone number. So send your brothers away. Say me phone number. Media, Namidi register the year. Then we say your phone OTP, a paper will phone this. It is a phone in there's no way of it to a brand system. No credit, you cannot say email now, you share with the full email. That's another person who used to do to manner and I said, yeah, email authentication, and no, but because we are here,
and pacho me brain into me show pesa oboa me kakra nya betre no nya betre and pacho hello Empacho nya abutre mami. Incheche mami de mine. Let's start from the email. Or say obi timi fa obi so far near we who said obi timi fa obi email. At the year there's no proper authentication. Or you can key in a wrong email. No proper authentication. Sasemi no cre ananya no cre.
So my main question was email no untumi fa email kwa enwem email na phone number. It is a authenticated email by authenticated phone number no. It is a email no kwa na do for the year. There's no way I'll be your system. Phone number no.
But the cheche msisi ano or the phone or sure the email pen or the
me pa join no cre.
Sign. Hello, Sign.
Yes.
Hello, Sign. Okay, so me and Chini time or say, and you know, cresse phone, email, and I'll bet me. It is more or less like a double step. So first is email, then phone number. Yeah, it's you.
Okay. That kind of say, me say as a debate, and I say, me can't no matter, and you don't have me. Media me imagine and now me can't show you. I mean, if they still say I'm making up stories, me can earlier say the platform is out. Your pundits can check it out, listeners can check it out and get back. Me send you a video. The only phone number that will form is please, you can call me by phone number 1 minute 9 phone put it in here. Me phone number, so I'm assuming that I'm even doing the wrong app. And I may register. If they may send me video number. Now on to watch it. Who you into a listeners can also check with their email and let's move on from there.
Okay. I also appreciate because I don't want me person be say banter. But my membra empacho udi no say e Peter. Okay, so Peter, mami Musa only me metie phone chair walk us through broni kan say how does it work with the phone number in terms of validation? Walk us through. So if I'm using phone number, for instance, you said email and phone number. And then I bet then I bet who's okay will be using my phone number. Now, more person validate. How does the system validate my phone number? How do I know? Say yes, me.
Who signing up now for phone number who email me idea. System no SND OTP. Send ya the BR. Say who here WhatsApp now say BR yes platform corona was to the send a one-time password that is send the OTP to phone number. No to say ya now what box that code na system na send the amount what box na say phone number ni wo dia ansana amount ho kwan ama well into silence here.
Okay. What we do is that we'll take time because honestly speaking, main core apps, main core streaming platform also. Appear sign a catcher says or best send and video, and I'm looking at the video straight away. Me who phone number though, but I think so key the video no key. The email address no. And I didn't call straight into because he recorded a session, and I didn't call straight into the platform. No, but I think that what we'll do is that Yanka says you better verify. Intimate pain for me, you say, and Kwanya holding on. See, I'm sure we'll continue with this conversation. So, Peter, Meda Mwasi GMS and Apia sign. Apia, I'm grateful. I'll get back to you, God willing, on Saturday. About to ask why. Okay. All right. So Apia signed there, and Peter also from GMX. Come on, say it and just say, we also, but Kakra so far about Betuje. Or yeah, come on, could you mention as you because we are new. I'm sure you love probably to get your music there on the platform. Meaning, so what try already, but why didn't you?
Yeah, more Kasana mention me. Echo download. 80 no amount option say sign in.
Okay.
80 sign in or baby Saudi first name, second name, but country I will free so and I email address. Me boy email nana or mommy access. A disclaimer came though.
That is what I'm also seeing from Apia sign video no the buy no.
Yeah.
So as soon as do remove disclaimer naba. I've not read the disclaimer. Then I can
disclaimer no say the music works uploaded on the GMS platforms are for testing purposes only. These works have been made available solely to evaluate the functionality, performance, and the user experience of the GMS system. They are not intended for commercial use or public distribution during this testing phase. All rights to the content remain with the respective owners, and no royalties or financial compensation will be generated.
There's any tia where man said, we know I saw more and so her almost saw the na almost so fidie na her. And nyama na be a good honum say no. And ya dia almost Jessica and now be escape crafty home. Yan fair no fan 2 months na. Nya no near face.
Last one be was say
final 20. Yes, but because yan community tirunijina.
Yeah.
Kwan fa so a urem issues na appear san raise about security features. So near metuasi ya nia wo kan no eno pepepe na apia san kan and about phone number bia
there be me boy didn't
email number email address na
email na boom na
and do room so it does not ask for any phone number.
It didn't ask me
so it is not correct. And I choose okay well it may be 2 tier and 2 steps where email address and phone number. There wasn't any demand for request for any phone number.
Exactly.
Okay.
And now uncertain no kind of authentication even WhatsApp and certain apps no in recent times and normally that 2-way authentication no yeah the buy because of security now amount for to me where you know even Facebook recently I normally 2-way authentication no by authentication no send your buyer be foul email no the call na your phone account my security no emu yedru and most of this app no every now and then update it
okay
because of other features no near man you know I was expecting say be our raising concern be a fena because already kwa nyuma was so no for testing and all of that it be a watching adrian then SCBB so no moving on we can because a new app
okay
a friend here be share ni send and user bibia na mistakes near woman na ya kwa correct but for now no they send up here raising with security say be anonym say about no there some check or come from an engineer perspective say be a basic ones way there say mo for security reasons because
but only o kan there me nti wase o
saying
o say there in say fina ade no ye dey atu honum say nti ye twuma adwen ba so anoma akwa correct other is that what the other platforms the streaming platforms on by say no mun so mu ejuma the ones that we know because already ade way is not we are not inventing any new field.
Exactly.
We are not
template ni wo ho
ade I been my head that so we having just from the experience the past experience in ade so
disclaimer no crack speaks volumes disclaimer no speaking volumes say Sanya appear kind of from the technical point of view no I say we be a radio almost about
test transmission
test enu tinia ma na wo ho no enu na omo be check mistakes ni sa na ma ina enu tina sa challenge with
we check the mistake
o say
okay
say challenges with
who they face
because the niam e was ina no enye enyum na e was so sia no there's no commercial value on it. Because there will be an app near one can say be a Spotify, I launch it, I am ready. Now, it means I'm in the menu to one more. And some year, and until be a security near my crown appear, so the numbers I can say, come with challenge appear, said be a diocano. And you because any more latter part also movie are almost clear, and you may was soon fair and sana. Yeah, but be proper way. I don't know, say, appear then and say, I'm going to call back and forth because any okano e no cry with security side no reason.
Whitney mamintio e wo kakra na enko.
Kwesi e kwa say bye ni hu se nkofo bi kwa update on Google nti. No so yes niama saba so that they can be updated. But for me and I think say concerns na appear a reason no. And yet at the bonnet, except I was asking myself, was he there yesterday? So you were there. I think say or a bigger platform where he can take these things one after the other and address it to people like Sukwit and all, because Utiena, from the way he's talking, I'm sure and that was why quickly, the people had to come in and start a defensive game.